Hello, everyone. I'm Stephanie Reed, the Director of Children's Ministries here at LifeBridge. I just want to go over a few things that have happened in the past year. We had our Easter service with about 30 children and a little over 1,000 eggs that we hid inside, which was amazing. We made it work, and the kids really enjoyed it. I thought having the children in service, Easter service, was wonderful, and them getting to come down to the front for their children's message was amazing this year. I look forward to doing it again. In July, we held VBS, and our numbers did increase. We had 42 participants, so about 10 more than the previous year. We had 18 volunteers, 9 adults, 9 teenagers. Overall participants for Children's Church, we have about 23 children that normally come, but any given Sunday in Bridge Kids, we have about 8 to 10. It can vary. Sometimes we get up to 20. Tykes were a little low now. We have only about 1 or 2 regulars. Sometimes it has been closed because we've had some shortage with volunteers. We currently are filled every Sunday for teaching at the moment. However, we're always looking for more to join our team to help share the gospel with our children, who are the church's most valuable asset. The more the merrier, so that no one gets burned out, please. It would be ideal to have maybe about 12 volunteers so that maybe you only teach once every other month. So if you're interested, please don't hesitate to reach out. We would love to have you on our team. Thank you.
Hello, good people. This is your youth pastor, Giles Edward Montgomery, and I am the lead youth pastor for Surge. Man, we're doing some great things in our youth ministries here. Just to tell you a few things we've been a part of. We've been a part of See You at the Polls, Saw You at the Poll. These are 2 national prayer days. Great attendance. We were a part of the Field of Faith, which is another national youth gathering. We handled the games there. We had a great time doing that as well. So we are out in the community, and we are just loving on as many kids as we can. Now, for our Surge youth group that meets on Wednesday, man, we have a basic attendance of about 12 to 15 kids on average. We have about 3 youth leaders, and we would love to have more, guys. Man, just looking forward for Surge, we would love to have a live band up there. So if any of you guys are interested in sharing your time, talents, and treasures, worshiping, we would love to see you guys up there. Again, it is an open invitation. We want you guys to be a part of Surge, even if you're just sitting in and seeing what we're all about. I also want to throw in that we do offer not Bridge Kids, Battle on Sunday mornings. It's for the same group that we have for Surge. So, man, we would love for you guys to be a part of that as well. Miss Angie leads that. So if you are interested in sharing with our youth, I'm sure she would love to have you. Lastly, guys, man, we just want you guys to know that we are out in the community. We are doing big things. And, man, we've had, I think it was 4 confirmations? We had 4 confirmations this year, and we want that number to grow. So if you are interested in getting your children confirmed, we would love to sit and talk with you about that process. It was an amazing Sunday when we did that. So, man, all we want is more and more kids to grow in their faith. So, again, I'm Coach Montgomery. I'm representing Surge, representing Battle, and, man, I just want you guys to know that we love you and we are ready to love on your kids. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Hannah. I'm the worship leader here at LifeBridge, and this is kind of just an update on what's going on in our department. I am super blessed with the team that I have. The musicians that I have are super talented, and I could not be more proud of their willingness to serve the Lord and be here every Sunday. We are still in search of volunteers, so if you can play an instrument, it doesn't matter what kind of instrument, or if you would like to sing with me or lead a Sunday, I'm open to all of those things. You could just talk to me after church one day, email me, all of that stuff is online. And We have Advent coming up pretty soon. So we're getting prepared and ready for that. It's one of my most favorite times of year. And I'm just super excited to where the Lord is taking us. And I think that is all. Thank you.
Hello, and my name is Becky Klaus, and I am the deaconess for the deaf ministry here in the LifeBridge Church. So right now, what I'm doing, I'm starting a new program here at LifeBridge. The Sunday school class is called Belong. So right now we have 2 people show up, which is great. What I do, I teach more visually in the Bible story and a more catechism for the confirmation. Okay, number 2, I have a deaf boy to come here with me, and I know him since he was 4, and his name is Dylan. And I teach him in the confirmation. So he will be confirmed in next month on November 26th at his home church in St. Paul and Wallace, Texas. And then number 3, there's a new program that I involved with another deaconess and another pastor, and his name is Sean Reinke, and he's from the St. Louis. We set up the new group called Southeast Texas Step Outreach. We do it on every Wednesday on the Zoom. So if you know someone or isolated, the deaf people isolated anywhere in Southeast Texas from Branham, Bath, Trump, or Waller, here, Sealy, and Outreach, let me know. All you have to do is give me my name and a LifeBridge church. Okay. So far we have 2 deaf people on the Zoom every Wednesday, starting at 6:30 to 7:30. And number 4, this is the bigger group. Another experience like that is called Step Family Grow. It's on the Texas borders. It's on 1093. We started last September 17th. The manager from a restaurant asked me to teach ASL. That would happen last spring. So I go ahead and try on September 17th. That meeting room was so full of people with all kind of family. They have a deaf baby there. There are some deaf people there show up. There are many hearing families show up there. It was totally 86 people. I was told from a manager. So we have, again, last week Sunday, we had about 70 people. Again, we have a deaf, adult people help some hearing family people. There are the 5-month-old deaf baby boy there. His grandmother and his mom are learning to sign because of their deaf baby boy, which is amazing. So I thank God for that. I also teach them some religious signs there too. So the next class, the Step Family Grow, will be next Sunday, October 15th. Starting at 1 o'clock to 2:30. So you are welcome to come. You want to learn to sign and also the religious signs too. Okay, now I am thinking that I should graduate last spring, so on November 26th at 3 o'clock service here in church. You are welcome to come to watch me installation by Sean Ranking, the pastor from St. Louis. He will be coming here to install me here. You're welcome here. I am so happy to outreach to staff ministry. If you know someone out there, like at Walmart, Kroger, anywhere, that they don't know Caesar, the only 2% staff people know Caesar. So that ministry is the hardest one to outreach. So let them know that I'm here and available. And God is so good. Thank you.
Hey, LifeBridge. good to come to you and share some of those reports and some of the things that's going on this last year. Look forward to some things this next year. God is good. Hey, just on an aspect, I am just so thankful to be your pastor, and thank you for that opportunity and that privilege of doing that. Over 5 years now, I've been with you, and seems like yesterday, but it's been wonderful. And the staff that God has sent here is amazing. I love these people. I love their passion, their work for and with the Lord is just a wonderful thing to see and to be a part of. So thank you for hiring them and for letting me do ministry with them. Have a couple of things going on. I do want to reemphasize some of what Becky said about November 26th that's coming up here. I know that's a month away, but it's going to be here before we know it. That is, I know we talk about commissioning and installation. That's a really big deal for called workers. This is one, since it's her first call, she'll be commissioned, and then at every place that you serve, you're also installed. And since she is going to be serving here, she gets commissioned and installed here. And so it's a big deal and needs approvals and everything else. But I encourage you to come to that. It's a pretty neat thing. It'll be a different type of service than you're used to. And then we're going to have a little reception afterwards. Of course, I also invite you to be a part of upcoming of Christmas decorations and all that stuff, but that's going to be coming up later. We got a couple of things I also want to let you be aware of, and that's some of the renovations that we're doing. Some of you know that as of last January, now the Pregnancy Center has moved full-time into their new facility in the building next door, and that's just wonderful. And if you haven't had a chance to take a look inside that building and see how God has blessed them and us through that ministry, call over there and set up a time to go through that, because it is an amazing ministry and amazing work. Anyway, when they left, they vacated some of the office space over here. And so we're looking at redoing some small work on some aspects and some bigger on others, but some office space, some bigger office space for all of our staff members, and even have a little bit of room to grow. We're also going to be looking at changing one of the bathrooms in there into a handicap accessible / family bathroom, and that will be accessible from the cafe, which is something that we really need around here, having that handicap accessible and family bathroom accessible place, because we don't have any of that really as we now stand, and having that available is going to be a big deal. Also looking at having a sound booth / crow's nest in the back right in front of the toddler area that'll be raised up a little bit, and we'll move our equipment over there. That's going to take some work too. We had originally looked at putting a wheelchair lift in there, but because of restrictions on commercial things, that was going to be at the minimum of like $16,000+ just for the lift portion. So we're looking at a ramp that will have to go 2 ways over, unless someone wants to write a check for like $16,000 for that portion of that, which, God is good, and maybe God's moving you to that. That'd be wonderful. But we're looking at having that too, and we have some good equipment here, and that will really help out. And no, it's not going to impede upon the pantry stuff. That information will move forward as this moves backward. So it's just going to be a re-swapping of some space. It's not kicking them out. It's not going to affect any of that. We'll make that work while they're here. And then looking at repaving just a small portion over by the patio area as those office spaces become available for office. That is going to be the main entrance, and really is now the main entrance of the church office. So you can come in that patio area and come in over there. That's the way I come into work now. But when we do that, we need some handicap accessible space over there too. So we're working to make that happen as well. One area that I did want to bring up, Giles brought up that we had 4 confirmands this last year, which was just awesome. Those young men and women were just amazing to work with, and I grew in my faith just being a part of that process. And we look forward to what God's going to do, whether that'll be another one this year or it'll be next year or something. We'll figure that out. We had 6 baptisms this last year too, so God is good, and we just praise and thank God for every blessing that we have there. I want to take a look at a slide right now. This is worship attendance over the last 3 years, and it's from October through September because obviously we don't have the calendar year because we haven't completed that yet. But if you'll take a look at this, now the blue is from 2020, October 2020 through September 2021, the green then for the next year of the 2021-2022, and the red of this last year. There's some blessings and there's some challenges with some of these numbers. You'll notice the blue, that's just coming right out of COVID. So those numbers were started out kind of low, especially around February and stuff. But you'll notice that that trend line, the light line that is straight through it, is going up. In 21 and 22, we had more of a flat number. The numbers were still over the previous numbers. That is, we worshiped more people, but the trend was leveling out. You notice starting for this year that that trend is decrease. And that's something that we should be just watching and concerned about. It's not something to be alarmist about. God certainly turned that around. But there's a couple of things that even bring it into more focus. That January number of 788, that includes our 10th anniversary, which was a very good Sunday for us. Easter was fantastic this year, so that really helped our numbers in April. But really, we have not gotten the people back in after the summer as much as we normally do. And that's really what's affecting some of these latter numbers over here. So if those numbers had been the same as the previous part, we wouldn't see that negative trend downward. But it's just something to keep in mind, and it's also an encouragement that, hey, if you're in town, come to church. And in fact, invite some others to church too. I think that would be helpful, and not just for our numbers, but simply for hearing the gospel of Jesus Christ. LifeBridge has been a wonderful place, and we just praise and thank God for everyone that he sends us all the time. We know that God is good, and we know that it's a good feeling when we can get up and we can greet people that we don't know because they haven't been here before. And he continues to do that. He sends us new people just about every week. In fact, I'm trying to think of the last time that we didn't have a new visitor, and that's wonderful. And I thank you all for your heart and your mindset to go and introduce yourself to them and make them feel home and welcome. Continue to do that. That really makes a big difference. I think it's one of the things that LifeBridge does well, and it sets us apart. Anyway, if there's some things that you want to look forward to this next year, I know there's a lot of things that we can do better. We're going to try to do better on some of those. But if there's something that where God's laying upon your heart, a ministry to start, a Bible study, or something like that, let me know. A way to reach out more to the community, something that where you say, hey, this is a passion of mine. I want to bring others on board as well. Let me know. Let the board know, and we'll see what we can do about that. Anyway, God bless and have a good day and a good week, and this is going to be a good voters meeting. God bless.